Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today, and I'm going to give you more updates from Giga Berlin because there's a big expansion happening, and this is actually very exciting because it proves that Tesla is going all in Germany. So let's see what this will look like, and if you're new to my channel, do consider subscribing. And we start with the expansion. So on the top right corner, we have already a trailer yard, but there's supposed to come another 100 hectare of ground that Tesla will buy. They are currently in negotiations, but it looks good. And by the mid of 2023, they will start building their container train station and the ability to move cars onto trains and transport them directly from the factory away. This is a different train planning to the one that we have already. That is for all the people working there. And so this is going to be a different thing, but that is a sign that Tesla will expand on these areas of further development at some point, because they need enough logistics to get enough containers there, to get enough supplies over there, and to get cars away. And this is going to be next to this area that we already see filled with a lot of containers here, which is getting more and more by day, which is a very good sign. Even today we have seen some footage that white cars are produced now in Grünheide as well, which is looking good as well. It is the next step in the production process. So very exciting to see that. And so you see there's a lot of movements, a lot of exciting stuff happening in Grünheide. For the incidents that we had a few weeks ago with the pollution and the leak, there is now proof that this never posed any great danger and there was no risk of it entering the groundwater. This is from the Brandenburg Minister of Environment. So we have seen a lot of media, BS talking around this topic, of course, and we now have a statement that there was no big deal about that. So just to give you an idea. Then we are looking into Shanghai. The good and bad news here is, the good news is we have 8,000 workers, and the good news, it is 1,200 cars per day they are producing. The bad news is it's not full capacity yet. The full capacity would be around 2,500 cars per day, or 2,400. So there's still some room to improve to get a better result out, but I think it is just a question of time that they will manage that. If we are looking into the landscape here, we have a lot of ships here, but this is the regular shipments happening. And this doesn't indicate that all of those are currently waiting because of the lockdown. Nevertheless, there's a lot of backlog, especially in the container shipment department. So it might get some issues in Giga Berlin if they don't get enough battery packs from Shanghai quickly. I don't expect that Tesla is having not a plan B. I'm very sure they do have, but currently they are receiving the battery packs from China. So I hope Tesla will have enough battery packs over the next few weeks, especially when Tesla is starting to ramp up production. So that is a good sign as well. Starting with the white color, it was just an indication that Tesla is now further expanding and increasing the number of cars. As a reminder, 1,000 cars per week is currently the goal right now in this month. Looking at the Viking Adventure, for those from Europe, it is now in Ningbo. It is not a usual stop that this ship is taking here, but we will know in a few hours, hopefully, where this ship will go next, and we can just hope it's going to go to Zeebrugge or to Europe. That would mean that we all get some cars here. For the other markets like Australia, sadly, I don't see any tracking here from people that are in Australia, so I cannot give you any kind of hints where this entire story will go, how many ships are on their way. So sorry about that if you are from Australia, but I would check if I find anything. Then we are looking into the expansion in China, and this is very important. It's an expansion. It's not going to be a separate factory, because the land in the south was the one that Tesla didn't use and they wanted to sell that, but it wasn't sold. So now they have the possibility to build a factory down there, and of course on the right side next to Giga Shanghai. So it's going to be one big building, and at the end they will manage to have around 2 million cars capacity. It's not going to be on a different site. So that is very important to understand. So if you were wondering where the second factory could be. So this update to that. Then if you want to protect your Tesla, I have some products here on Tessie Supply. Check out our place. You can protect it from small stones, but it is only for the European market. Again, just check out Tessie Supply. And if you want to go with your product and you have your color, you can also fix that if you have any damage with that for the silver variant. Then we are looking into Austin. We have as well updates over here. Currently no updates regarding where these cars are all going, that they are transporting away, if it's still for employees or if it's already going to customers. But in Fremont, they are currently increasing production, around 30,000 cars more than usual. And we see as well a lot of ships coming from San Francisco to Taiwan and Korea. The Grand Pace is in Korea, maybe moving to Shanghai afterwards and going to Europe. That would be very good. The Iris Ace is coming from San Francisco going to Taiwan, and the Glovis Sunlight is also getting cars in San Francisco. And then the question will be where they will be heading, but likely it could be Taiwan, Japan, or Korea as well, as those markets are the one that Tesla is also delivering cars from San Francisco. So again, a lot of movements from Fremont, and of course it is just very important that Austin is getting scaled up, a ramp up happening, so they can deliver on time and with bigger and a bit less delivery times. Then we're looking at the Model S, as we just mentioned that one. It was supposed to come to China in March, but now we have proof that's not going to happen. So there's some kind of a delay again. It was postponed again. It was already March. We are now in May. So we still have to wait when Tesla is able to send Model S and Model X to China. For the European market, it's the same frustrating story as always. No signs, no comments, nothing when the Model S and Model X will actually come to Europe. So guys, we have to wait for that. We have to stay patient. And again, the battery bottleneck, that is what we are already talking about in Germany, is going to be the key factor, the key topic in the next few years. All over the place, in China, in the US, in Europe, doesn't matter where, when it comes to EVs. So thank you very much for being here today. I really appreciate your time. If you do enjoy my content and my work here, do consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that, and have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Bye bye.